Oh dear me. It's gonna be interesting. we're gonna, I'm gonna we're gonna have to do some stuff ever so quickly here. This is gonna get this is gonna be fun, isn't it? At everyone. We're pinging everyone with this one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what that is. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Nobody panic. You go way up there. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hold on. He is first. He's actually first. He actually did it. Stand by. Let me gather something. French. Good to see you too. Okay. Hold on. This is we gotta. It was an interest. It's been a good Monday. Okay. Just busy. Just busy. Okay. Hold on. Let me get that up. Now let me grab a magical device called chat, and then I can pull everyone up, and then I can see you all in all your glory. Boom. You made goop. What's goop? Like sprue goop? Is that what you made? Now, we're gonna be doing some stuff live, okay? Because just earlier today I recorded the voiceover for the Mortarian painting video, okay? And I was doing a whole lot of finicking with this camera so it didn't look bad, okay? But now when we go to painting, we have this, which on the surface doesn't seem bad, okay? But when I go to put my hands into frame, it suddenly looks like Jesus Christ when he was resurrected. And if we look at a model, that's Mortarian. He looks a little blown out of proportions, dare I say, you know? So I have to I gotta figure this out live because I completely forgot about this until 2 minutes before the stream. Sorry. So now I gotta try to remember what the heck I did. Because let me unplug. We're doing this. It's all happening. This is all live, okay? Okay, everything's plugged in here, and we're figuring out whatever. Now, what the hell did I have you as? Go to the main menu. Shh, it's fine. It's fine. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Manual. Oh goodness, we are on manual. Hold on. Okay, so I can bring that down. Okay, that's already good. And now I think if we actually go to the ISO, we can lower that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fuck it. We do it live. It's the funniest thing. I just saw that clip like yesterday. It was, oh my God, it's hilarious. Okay. Now first let me go to painting and see where we're at. Oh, yep. Plug it back in. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're professional. It's fine. Okay, now that's in. Hold on, don't go back there. Then we can go back to here. Hold on, we might need to turn it off and turn it on. The situation is under control. This is what I do. This is what What'd you say? Hold on. Oh? Oh, that's better. Okay, thank goodness. I think we're back. I'm going to roll with that. And we're going to call that a day right there. Let's see. Where's our main work area? Our main work area will be here, so let me get that set up. Lock this down into place, and we absolutely... Oh, we got to absolutely tighten the camera is what we got to do. There we go. Okay, we're back. Okay, perfect, wonderful, great. All is according to plan. Okay, now Okay, now hopefully that allowed enough time for some people to start getting in here because, guys, you may have seen, you perhaps have noticed the title of the stream, okay? Now, usually, mind you, when I start streaming, there'll be a title, and I'll tell you exactly what's happening. Painting Death Guard, okay? Maybe I'm going to be painting Death Guard, right? I lately it was Mortarion, so it might have been painting Mortarion, okay? This stream is titled Tackling the Pile of Shame. Now, what does that mean? Let me tell you. Let me tell you exactly what. Okay, because the only other work in progress that I actively have is more Death Guard. Okay? Let me showcase. Let me showcase right quick. Let me move that out of the way. Let me bring to the attention of all of you guys, okay, what we got going on. Sherlock, no, my Grey Knights, don't tackle them. Fair. This is what was currently, this is what was being painted before Mortarion kind of took over, okay? Not bad. We still got some steady work to do on these guys, but I mean, they're along pretty well, okay? Not too bad. Okay? So we have those guys, okay? But he's here. There was a boat on fire. That's the one time I was ever in on my local news. It was me walking on a harbor. You could only see my back, but it was because we were looking at a boat that had burned to the ground, and then they just rebuilt it, and they were bringing it back into harbor. And that was the one time I was on local news. You could see me in the background walking, and I'm like, that's me. I'm famous. So there you go. So we have these guys, okay? We're getting a general scope of what's happening because I need help. I need help, okay? I'm hopeless. I'm helpless. And I need you. The streak. His streak is saved. This is good, okay? Now, so we have these guys. Now, I wouldn't be opposed to continuing on painting these guys, you know? They're kind of cool. And after painting Mortarion, I'm going to be dead honest with you. I think we have painting Death Guard down to a science. When will we see Frank Honey again? I don't know when we'll see Frank Honey again. Perhaps one day. If there's enough demand to see Frank Honey again, then I will do it, okay? I'll do it. You keep a photo of Frank Honey in your wallet? Fair enough. I still need to... I was about to buy the parts to complete Frank Honey, because just a little Frank Honey update situation, okay? let me update you on Frank Honey, okay? So in the Discord, see Nisty, the German here with the blue profile picture, he had found how to make Frank Honey in out of Lego parts. He found all the Lego parts and he made a list. Let me go just to Frank Honey, okay? This is Frank Honey. For anyone who doesn't know, here he is in all of his glory, okay? That's Frank Honey, right? And so C. Nisty went and found the exact pieces needed to recreate him. Now, I have two of the pieces. I have the black shorts. Anyone who's ever collected Lego has the black shorts. Okay, that's a gimme. But I also have his face. That I wasn't quite sure of, but I do have the red-haired eyebrows is what I have, okay? Funny enough. I didn't think I did, but I actually did, okay? All I'm in need of is the hair and the black suit. It was funny. I was looking online because I'm like, back in the day, I was extremely into the Lego City business as a youth, and it was all Lego Police. That was my jam, okay? Now, I could have sworn I had a black suit, badge. Now, apparently, I don't. I also looked up. Okay, that matches just a second. Hold on, I saw something. I looked up this piece. Where am I? Oh, shit. Okay. Earlier today, I was should be fine now. There we go. That should be fine. We're good. Thank we haven't had that happen in a fair bit. Thank goodness it didn't happen during my recording session earlier today. But we should be fine now, okay? But sorry, as I was saying, so I looked up where to find this torso piece, okay? I looked it up, and thankfully, the website that Cnisty found all the pieces on, they have an exact list of the sets that specific pieces were part of. It's like a whole ancient library. So, and I have none of the Lego sets that utilize this, so I will have to buy this, okay? But right now I'm in need of the torso and the hair. And then at some point, I was going to buy it, but then I needed to make a Lego account, which I didn't want to make an account. I wanted to just buy something and go about my day, but I didn't, so I put it off. I'll do it sooner than later, okay? But we need Frank Honey. We need him. We need to have him. We need him in a display shelf. We need to frame him. We need his own. He needs his own case because Frank Honey is the GOAT. Also, I look up Frank Honey. The reason I laughed is because we had this guy. So, further up in chat, you got it in just a moment. So, this is just a random thing on LinkedIn, but I guess Frank Honey has been working at EBY for 2 years. It's his 2-year work anniversary, and everyone says thank you. So I thought that was hilarious. That was kind of funny. Now, let's see. Okay, Feather and Feywild made a goop recipe, and I asked, what was it? And he tells me. So let's see. We need a Frank Honey cam? Dude, for real. Let's see. It's a concoction of cream cheese, sour cream, pizza sauce, mozzarella cheese, oregano, garlic salt, Italian seasoning blend. That's my goop, says Feather and Feywild. And what would you put this on? Oh my god, you said it. Either on a bagel or pita chips. Let me read that again. I feel like that would be good. I think that sounds good. I've never tried it. Might be something to try at some point. Maybe that'll be the next cooking stream. The next Chef Spiner stream. You can also add pepperoni. Oh, fair enough. Dude, that sounds like bloodstream blocker. Bloodstream blocker? What? It's got oregano, dude. It's vegan. Anywho's, back to the topic. Well, back to the lack of topic at hand, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Because I need help. I need you all to decide what's about to happen for this stream, okay? Bacon oven it. What? Oh, now we're cooking it? Oh, hold on. What? Bacon oven it like 350 for like 10 minutes. Add cheese. 7:30 more in. With that, I flee. Fair enough. He's dropped off some wisdom and then went about his day. Incredible stuff. Hold on. I couldn't get it. Chef Spiner, we need more. Fair. We'll see. We'll see what happens, okay? We'll see what happens. I did have fun. Despite me literally almost, like, throwing up live on YouTube that is now just up there permanently forever, despite that, and despite just doing a mukbang for views, despite all that, it was fun. Can we get a monthly cooking stream? Maybe. We might add a monthly cooking stream. We'll see. Sorry. They make Frank's Red Hot Sting and Honey Garlic? Whoa, what? What? Hot sauce review when? Discord only or something? Micah, we'll second the monthly cooking stream. Look, it was fun. I think it was fun. I could see us doing more of that. I would wonder what. It might be. We'll see. We'll see. The thing is, I've only ever painted live. And the sandwich thing was a one-time thing. I'm not very food savvy. I usually just eat what I find and go about my day. I have never really had a defined here's what's going to happen, except maybe when I made chicken tenders. You want your luck with a big chef's hat? I'll buy a chef's hat for it if we do it. It would so what? Because I'm not going to do it in the kitchen because I can't move my PC to the kitchen, okay? But I could do something here, okay? I could do something here. What would we cook? What could we cook, not like actually cooking anything? Does that make sense? Or do I get, I don't know, a crock pot? I don't know. I'm not a chef. I paint Warhammer for fun, and I do it live every now and then. Get a camping stove? Fair, fair, fair. A hot plate or something. Honestly, yeah, I could get a hot plate, okay? I could get a hot plate, and I could probably cook up get some tortillas. We could cook we could make easy bake oven stream, maybe so. We could make a burrito. I think maybe making a burrito live would be good. I would just need to I would need to buy, and I've never cooked a tortilla in my life, okay? I eat flavorless Cheerios, and I find that enjoyable, okay? So, yeah, perhaps what we do is we make a burrito live, and I'll just get a whole bunch of ingredients, and then we'll actually we'll get some insight from the burrito goblin himself. Maybe follow a recipe from the burrito goblin, Mr. Feather and Feywild. So now that is out there, that'll be something for the future. Make a PB&J from zilch, homemade bread, nut butter, and jam. I don't know what a zilch is, dude. That sounds like, what is red and bad for teeth? Probably molten lava, if I had to be dead honest. I think that would wear down my enamel pretty quickly. My enamel. But are you seeing this? You seeing this? Someone made wait. Sorry, a brick. Funny. So someone made the Frank Honey. Wrong hair. Sorry, I'm about to... We're gonna defend our boy Frank Honey. Does any... I'm... Okay, we're doing side quests, okay? We're doing side quests. We'll get into whatever in a second, okay? Make it all yourself? From nothing? Oh, like grind the peanuts, stomp down the berries? That would be a fun all-day stream. I would do that. So here's a Frank Honey someone made, okay? Is that Frank Honey? I don't know. You tell me. There's the reference, by the way. Now, I want to see what this Redditor posts. I want to see what he's talking about with Frank Honey here, okay? Oh my god, where was it, dude? Oh, it was down here. Okay, come on. This was... Oh my god. This was 8 years ago. Okay, so... That changes I was about to roast him because that's not his hair. I don't think. Crank funny, yeah. See, Nisty, I don't know if you have the... You know what? Do you remember where you posted the Frank Honey brick link? Actually, hold on. It was on Bricklink. I gotta find this live. We're gonna figure this out live. Okay, I'm doing this live. It was a Ronald Weasley in school uniform, is what it was. I forget how the hell they want me to spell Weasley. Okay, Ron Weasley. I can't pronounce anything. And then it was school uniform. And I think you can find that. What the hell? Okay, then just find... I might be on the wrong... Okay, hold on. No, he's not here. There was a specific... Because I looked up Ron Weasley and it was weird. Streaming chat or off topic. Fair enough. What I'm gonna do real quick... I'm gonna find this, okay? So hold on. I'm gonna scroll up. I'm gonna hope it all works out. And I'm gonna find this. That's Frank Honey voice lines, PB&Js. I'm beginning to think it was off topic. I don't know when we did this. Hold on, that was funny. Lyme disease. I don't know what I was referencing. Hold on. Okay, it must have been off topic. Okay, it was definitely off topic. Now, I don't know what's off topic, so hold on, let me go there. Off topic. C Nisty found it. C Nisty the goat. Okay. Oh, so that was the piece. Okay, so the Redditor had the piece. Interesting. So we had it correct. If we go up to, that is the wrong, where the heck? Okay, so he did. So that is the only piece. That is the only piece. Hot topic, weird cousin off topic. Yeah. So, okay, so we did have the correct piece. That is as close as we will get to Frank Honey. Fair enough. We have the actual head. We have the actual face. But yeah, that hair piece is what will make it as good as it will get. But they really don't make a Frank Honey piece? Am I gonna have to 3D print one in resin? We'll see what happens, okay? Anywho, that's the Frank Honey rant. Done and good, okay? Who the... Wait, okay, so... So Skibbity Toilet was not 8 years ago, by the way. I want to see on X. Why does it make more sense that someone would post Frank Honey Skibbity Toilet on X than on Reddit? Oh my god. Anywho. Now, back to the topic at hand. Okay? Now we understand we want cooking streams. Those will happen at some point. I'm sure of it. And other stuff happening. It'll be fine, okay? Now, for now, we have some possible projects to work on, okay? We've done a whole lot, a ton of Death Guard painting recently. I was painting these dudes for the longest time, and then we got wind of frickin' Mortarion. Hold on, let me get the light up there and improve the ISO a hair. Just so we can kind of see a little better. There we go. Okay. So it's been very Death Guard heavy. Okay? And I don't want people to get absolutely bored or burnt out of a Death Guard. So, I have a question for everybody here, all right? We have several different options, okay? I combed through my pile of shame, and I have found quite a few different things, quite a few different projects that still need work. Still in need of some work, okay? We have the Death Guard. Now, if we want to keep it Death Guard but move away from the Plague Marines, one thing I am kind of interested in doing, because I painted one Poxwalker for Mortarion's base. Let me showcase him real quick, okay? So there's a Poxwalker I painted for Mortarion's base. I really like how he turned out, and I kind of want just a bunch of these guys, okay? And now, if you bought the old Combat Patrol, you do get Poxwalkers. And so do we want to do some building rather than painting Death Guard? Do we want to build some Poxwalkers this stream and then just yap about whatever? Who knows? That's another option, okay? Another thing I found, something I don't know if I've only mentioned once on Instagram. I made something dedicated to it, but let me pull out a little container I have. This is a container of very miscellaneous stuff going on in here, okay? But oh, James, we are in the same time now? Oh, you're just traveling to see him. Fair enough. I have Space Marines, ladies and gentlemen. I actually do have some Space Marines that are still in need of finishing. Okay, these are just from the Combat Patrol. These are just some Flamers. Okay? Yellow, done in the Imperial Fist color scheme to the best of my abilities, right? And I got I've built up basically everyone. I have some Terminators as well. You knew of those? Yeah, fair enough. I might have mentioned them. I don't know if I might have showcased them once or twice. I don't quite remember. But I also have some Terminators on some custom bases that I made a while ago, okay? Spain. Ah, fair enough. And I have a Terminator that is just has a base coat going down on it, all right? And now you can kind of see what's happening. The yellow is very bright. That is kind of funny. I would have to lower the ISO, but it's very yellow, to say the least, okay? So, I was wondering, do we want to try to paint some a Terminator? This is all I got done so far as the Terminators go. So, here's my question, okay? I have several Space Marines that are in need of finishing, okay? I've only ever completed one. Do we want to take a little break from all the Death Guard shenanigans and maybe work on finishing some Space Marines? Your good old freaking bread and butter of Warhammer 40k space Frank Honey Terminator. Wait a minute. 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 I say wait a minute. A Frank Honey Terminator. Hold on. How would this work? How would a Frank Honey Terminator work? I feel like I would have to paint him paint the bottom. Wait. This guy doesn't have a face, right? Hold on. Oh, he does have a face. No, he does have a face. That's what I'm wondering. Okay. The Frank Honey Space Marine's an interesting idea. I'll have to is your vote fair enough? I think I'd have to kind of think about how the heck to go about doing that if we were to just follow the Frank Honey lore. It looks like it might. Whoop! I tabbed out of the wrong thing there, but it looked like. Oh, I have buttons here. My gosh. Maybe for another stream though. Yes, I would need more prep time. I think, but I could see that happening. Might have to do black armor. Ooh, we could do black armor and then we do gold accents. Ooh, my gosh. Okay. Like, I see how this could work. I definitely see how that could work. Okay? And here's my first thought, okay? Let me just show you the thought. If I were to think about this for just a second, okay? I feel like we would take... I don't know if I would want to do the captain, the Terminator captain. I also don't know if I have a normal Terminator with no helmet, then that's what I would do. That is... Oh, wait, I think this is a Terminator without a helmet. I could paint the TYE. Yeah, something fair. Okay, here's part of a Terminator. And let me... Now, there's no head, so there should be a head somewhere in the box. Let me find it right quick. Found it, hold on. There he is. Also, I bought, this was a while ago. I have some Tyranids as well. Almost had a Tyranid Horde army, huh? And Hive Fleet Behemoth, which I do think is the coolest looking Hive Fleet. All slap chopped, by the way. Otai? English spelling, my bad. Oh, Ty. Oh, I see what you mean. I see now. I understand. Okay. The Terminator Captain does have a head, so I know exactly how I would tackle this, by the way. Let me give you a quick brief how this would happen if it were to happen. And it might just be when this thing freaking happens, okay? So we put the head don't fit for now. Oh, I glued it onto something. But what I imagine, maybe paint a mini and choose the colors with a randomizer. Ooh, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Paint a raptor. What's a raptor? Isn't that one of the vehicles? Hold on, let me search it up right quick. Let's do a little. I know I've heard raptor. I know I'll know what a raptor is. I don't know right this second. Raptor 40. Well, probably not 40. Probably Raptor 40K is what we're looking for. Oh, are they an actual... Oh, they are. Raptors. Oh, fair enough. Oh, interesting, interesting. This guy here? That guy? Is this correct? Green? Ah, that's interesting. Space Marines. So that's a Raptor. They're just a standard military green Space Marine. I mean, it's cool. It's neat. It's interesting. Ooh, I kind of like how they did the green here. That is a concept, isn't it? I think the only reason you love them, I understand. I think the only reason I wouldn't is mostly because my Astra Militarum tanks and vehicles are painted basically this same exact green. And so I would just be be hesitant to do it only because I've painted so much green over time. But I see the vision. I see the vision. Kind of like the idea of the randomizer. Okay? I think that might be an interesting thing to do. Let me go back to here. Also, my Terminator is broken. Let me put some stuff. Maybe 3D print a Lego sword and gun and kit bash it for the weapons. Ooh. Yeah, because hold on. Here's just the arms. I also have a choice. Fair enough. Oh, you know what oh, dude, I don't have to 3D print and kit bash. You know what we could do? Just take a quick gander here, okay? There's nothing holding these dudes this guy's hands together. We just slice off the hands. Okay? We can slice off the hands here. Corner of the gun touches the top of his forearm there. We can just remove that and replace it with actual Lego hands. With an actual Lego sword and an actual Lego gun. Perhaps. There's definitely a way to do this. And this might happen sooner than later because I kind of like that idea. Okay? Your stream keeps crashing? Oh, darn. Hopefully, you might leave. Yeah, I think you're on a boat, right? I've never tried to watch a stream on a boat before. That might be interesting. But I think that might work. Because then what I'll do is I must leave promise one thing. Okay, we'll see what it is. We'll see what it is first of all. But then I'll paint the Space Marine with black armor. And then I'll actually paint his face yellow. Okay? And then the hair that this dude has, where is his head? I've already lost it. Oh, no, his head is on the ground here. Hold on. And his head, if we look at it, if it focuses, there is hair. So I could do the orange hair. We could make... Okay, I think it might very well be possible to make a Frank Honey Terminator. This might be fun to do. I'm gonna be honest. I'm feeling a little inspired by that whole prospect, okay? I like it, okay? That might happen sooner than later. If we can't get the Frank Honey mini... Or... I would have to see what a Lego head would be... How big a Lego head would be in comparison to this. Because if it is comparable to the... If it would fit... Hold on, where's the rest of this frickin' Marine that I think I threw in the box? Here he is. I don't know if a minifigure head would fit in here. Oh, but it might. It would be so close. Because if it would, I would try to see if I could fit... And I would get the hairpiece, or not. Or we 3D print a more perfect hairpiece. I don't know, if we somehow extract a Frank Honey 3D model, but I think that could all be very possible. Instead of the gun, I'll take the grapple gun. I'll have the grapple gun launcher. Oh my god, because I think I have one. I think I have a grapple launcher, or at least a gun that I could put the grapple launcher in. So if we take a look here, okay? I have something similar to that. Something that would work good enough, okay? So, what? Freaking leave it to DeviantArt. What gamers? Frank Honey, whoever hired him is clearly a moron. This is me, by the way, if you even care. On TikTok. Wow, we got him on TikTok, dude. That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy work. Perfect. We got to do a Frank Honey deep dive at some point. That would be great. That would be something. Just maybe try searching for a Lego head 3D print file. You can scale it down if needed. That's a good point. I like that idea too. Also, yeah, hold on. If we look at, so this is Frank Honey's head, okay? My mouse is dead. Nope, it's fine, okay? Yes. I would have to see... What the... Wait, is that... The chase begins. Espacio necesario. Primeros anuncios declaraciones del Missimo Frank Honey. Frank Honey's a bit more of a prominent social figure than I thought all over the world. He's a bit more world famous than I thought. That's interesting stuff. I think at some point it might maybe we'll do a dedicated Frank Honey stream and we'll do all of this stuff live. We'll find a I'll bring my minifigures in here so we can try to see if we can't cannibalize something, okay? And then we'll find an STL file live, see if his hair exists. See if someone has a 3D model of Frank Honey. That might be something to look at. We'll make a whole little event out of it. That might be fun to do. I think that's fun. Okay? We'll do some creative work later down the line, okay? I think that'll be fun. Oh my goodness gracious, sorry. My mouse is wireless. And it's also dying slowly but surely, so I might have to hook it up to a charger, but we're gonna see how far along we can get before then. But for now, let me get back here. Zoom out there. Have all that focus. And now, so I know how we would paint Frank Honey. Okay? I know how we'd do it. I'm gonna legit pull this entire Space Marine out again and plan this because I'm enjoying this a little too much. Okay? But all the details and stuff we would do gold. You know, like the buttons on his uniform and his badge and all of his like collar cuffs or whatever, okay? The Aquila, I think it would be funny to do if, just take a look at Frank Honey just for a second, okay? I think it'd be cool to do the Aquila like, let's see, do I have an actual... Yes. The Aquila, we'll do the wings white, and then we'll do the skull on the Aquila blue, like his blue tie. I think that would look good, right? Bunch of gold accents and stuff like that, and for the most part, do everything black, and then maybe... And he needs an epic base, for sure. For sure. We could come up with a base like that. Yeah, what would his base be? Would it just be him standing over a bunch of Lego pieces? Would it be a combination of Lego pieces and like Warhammer terrain or something like that? There's stuff we could do. A mix of Lego and corpses. Genius work. Genius. I'm thinking a very similar thing. I think we got a lot of... I'm going to be dead honest, okay? We are going to... This was a tackling... Technically, we're still tackling the pile of shame, okay? But I'm kind of inspired. I want to delve down this rabbit hole a little further. Okay? Now, would we try to keep Frank Honey on an in-scale base? Okay, so we can play with them, or we're gonna, like, just for example, okay? Okay, here's a Terminator base. I made a custom urban base for Imperial Fists, all right? But so it would stand sort of something like this, right? Now, on this size base, I think we might be able to studs for the stud god. Oh my god, that's brilliant. That's genius. I feel like on this size base we might be able to make a decent look of stuff, right? I think. Or do we want to give him a bigger base and make a display out of him? It might be fun to have a meme Space Marine army. Because I'll be honest, okay? I've tried painting Imperial Fist. They look great, and I love them, okay? I just can't sit down to do them. Maybe doing one-off Space Marines like this might be fun. We can do this because we can do it live. We can just all see what the heck happens and just go about the business. Let me see if I have any of these bases on hand. If I have these bases on hand, that would be insane. If I have this size in my base drawer. Some blue and gold coins around the corpses. Yeah. And I know I have studs. I have, like, bins and bins of Lego pieces. We could find stuff. We could make stuff happen. Now let me check where's my bases? Here they are. Okay, here are all my bases. Like in the games. For sure. We're doing it, okay? This has slowly become okay, I do have a base that does match. I want to say our gold ship Terminator is on the same size. Let me see. if we look at a previous custom Terminator we've done, which is kind of funny that this wouldn't be the first time we do the most random Terminator ever. I think Frank Honey would top Goldship. Is Goldship on its standard base? She is. Okay, I think having a random meme Space Marine army is the ticket. That's what I'm thinking, okay? And if in case anyone hasn't seen the Goldship Space Marine, we painted her live oh my goodness, a long time ago. And she turned out great. First time I see that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Gonna be honest, this is fun, and I'm gonna roll with this. 40 minutes in. We're doing file hunting live. We're gonna be doing all of this stuff live. We're just gonna go on some side quests live, okay? Here we go. We're just going with the flow. I want a Frank Honey Terminator. We're gonna get a Frank Honey Terminator, okay? Now, there's our base. Perfect. Great. No, I don't have my Lego minifigures or whatever on hand. I could run out and go grab the tote real quick. I would have to do some sorting off stream just because all the bins I have inside my main house would be a bit of a slog to do. But for now, what we'll do is sort of just come up with an idea. Okay? Now, dude, the backpack is the red Lego movie brick. Ooh. Ooh. No, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I think maybe so. Dude, maybe so. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. I do have a piece of resistance. I know I have a couple of pieces of resistance. They might be lost eternally, but I will look, okay? I'll take a gander, perhaps. Now, sorry, these like $5 for 300 of these bases from Amazon. Make your stepkids paint your army. You could do that. You could do that. First, you would need stepkids. So I've already failed that one miserably. But okay, so we're going on a trip, ladies and gentlemen. We're going on a trip, okay? I want to see. Oh, you know what? Actually, in my room right now, I have a partly built Frank Honey that I tried to do. I'm gonna get that so I can have the Lego head as a reference. I'll be right back. I'll be back in just a second. Yeah, I'm back. We're good. We found it. Okay, it's on my desk in the main room. Okay, hold on. Let's take a. Okay, so this is all I was able to get as far as Frank Honey goes. Wrong. The face is the only thing. The face and the pants were the only thing correct. But now we can take a look. Also, I should probably change the title of the stream. Hold on. What have we started? We've started a Frank Honey revolution, dude. Okay, we're gonna have Frank Honey in the big 26. Okay, that's just happening now. Now hold on. Making a Lego Space Marine, and I'll just say part 1 to make it look interesting. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Lego is all caps, I believe, right? Space. Fire Ant. Welcome back. I stuttered. I stuttered because I don't know how to explain where we're getting to this stream. It's a very interesting. We're going on an adventure, okay? Here's a Lego head. We are gonna make a Frank Honey Terminator. Now, if we take a look here, might be a little big. Might be a little on the big side, okay? Maybe it's a little big. Do we get a smaller one? Do we 3D print something and make something smaller, right? Maybe. Okay, so before we do anything, what I want to find out is if any brave soul out there on the internet has created has created a Frank Honey STL file, which I am about to look up right now. I'm going to see if there's a Frank Honey STL file real quick. We derailed too hard. Okay, so okay, the hair is almost. So that was is that just it? That's Sketchfab. Okay. That's kind of funny. So I think. So we found something. Okay. Don't know what a Sketchfab is. I haven't been here. Share. There's what's that button do? View on Sketchfab. Sure. Hopefully there's no virus. I'm sure there won't be. I've never been here before. What is happening? Okay. Okay, and so just again, our a rough reference for Frank Honey's hair. Okay. Okay. Open the image in the new tab here. Thanks, Reddit. Okay. And then if we look at Frank Honey here, that might be as close as will Frank Honey the Terminator be brutal but cunning, or cunning but brutal? I think he's gonna be. That's a good question. It's a good question. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out at some point. Okay. So there's Frank Honey. Okay. There's upload. Where's login or download? There's download. I'm going to download this. I'm gonna go to the webcam because I don't. Never been to Sketchfab. It's probably fine. You gotta log in. Who gives? Oh, they want me to make a whole shebang? No, Lamau. So I'm just gonna keep that tab open. In fact, what I'm gonna do real quick, okay? Where the heck can I? Where's bookmark? Where the hell is bookmark, dude? I know there's a bookmark button. Where are you? Oh, there it is. Okay, close enough is good enough. All right. So we found a Frank Honey 3D file, and this will be very easy for me to throw into sqeakuel, slice off the torso, scale the head appropriately for a Terminator, because I 3D printed the gold chip Terminator, so I will still have the gold chip Terminator file, so I'll just be able to basically just kind of put this over top of her head until we get a decent scale, and we'll be able to get that, okay? So I'll print that in resin at some point, okay? We got that done. That happened quicker than I thought it would, if I'm being dead honest. Now, let me go back to here for a moment. And what I want to do is I want to keep the bases the official size. However, that's fine, because I feel like there's still a lot of room. Frank Honey will be brutal AF. He definitely would be, because, you just know the secretary, what was her name? I forget what the heck her name was. I want to say Dolly Parton, but I don't think that was, I think that's a rapper. I don't remember. But Frank Honey fell head over heels for the goth girl. And if the goth girl said, go brutally murder an innocent village, Frank Honey would do that. He will kill everything for his wolf cut baddie. Exactly. He would. He would do it. He wouldn't ask questions. He wouldn't stutter. He would just go, okay. And then he would go, basement time, is what he would say. Okay? This is perfect. This is fine, even. Now, okay, this doesn't have any. Why do I just have a Terminator? There are a bunch. In my pile of shame, I got from the Space Marine Combat Patrol I got years ago for Christmas a while ago. I do have several Terminators, but kind of what Space Marines are slowly becoming for me, and this is good because I have a lot of fun doing stuff like this, and we can slowly make an army, is we work on one, but we just make memes. We're gonna make random shenanigans that will eventually be hopefully a Space Marine army. We have the gold ship Terminator. Right now we're getting our first squad down, okay? And right now we're going to be working on the Frank Honey Terminator. So that will be interesting. Now, I don't remember if I have sqeakuel on here now. Let me stand by. Let me take just a quick gander at my PC. I know I recently completely deleted everything I had ever had. The special forces I see. Exactly right. Exactly right. Now, I don't know if I still have my slicing software that I have for 3D printing on here, but I'll take a look. I might have it. Oh my gosh, I might have it, dude. Wait, hold on. Wait, is that actually, do I actually have it? 10 a.m. 10 a.m. break with Calgar as the killer. Fair enough. Got to try and make a Johnny Bravo SM Space Marine. That might be fun to do. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I have the file here. I think I G2 box should still go on, right? Right? Huh? Do I not have it? Oh, I might not have it. I might not have it. I might need to reinstall it. Fair enough, fair enough. Although, except let's see. I'm trying to, because you know what? Maybe just for the first time in maybe what I'll do is I'll actually bust out the resin printer this stream. I'm gonna do it. This is hobbying, and we're gonna make something happen. Or paint one armor like flesh. Ooh, yeah, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Stand by. Where's download? G2 box, not download for free. Ooh, it's free. Inside Out Marine. Now are you like painting at flesh, or are you talking about like the Pixar movie Inside Out? Sorry, that was kind of stupid. Okay, now, oh my God. Okay, so it estimates 12 minutes left on the download. So maybe for now, what I'm gonna do is not download it. Just because my streams barely hold on just because of my internet. And on my other PC, I know I have G2 box. So for now, what I'll do is we're gonna go in and we're gonna make a we're gonna download Frank Honey here, because then I can put him on a hard drive, throw him up at the other computer, do whatever the heck we need to do. Okay. Let me download 3D model. They want me to create an account. Now, do I have an account? I don't think I do. I'm gonna see though if I do. Make a Helldiver Terminator so you can call the stream Helldivers something. Fair. Maybe one day. We'll see. We'll see. I would have to do it. Oh, okay. Account creation is only through... Wait. They need me to sign up with Epic Games. With Epic Games. What? Oh, dear Lord. Sorry, I'm not showing any of this because there's going to be personal information here. Sign into Epic Games. Huh? What? Oh, can I sign into Epic Games with Steam? Please? Let me? I beg of you? My account name? Like I remember my account name. Wait, I might have just remembered my account name. Sign in. Got to use the Steam mobile app. Are the games Epic? They have Fortnite, and Fortnite made Fortnite made like a Roblox ripoff Steve from Minecraft skin. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Now, hold on, we got to do verifications. All this verification, these verifications, right? My gosh. Approve sign in. Yes. Great. Alan Wake 2 better. Fair enough. Did this work or did this just not work? Wait, what? What? I hit yeah. Oh, it didn't let me sign in. Email address? Oh, I'm going to create an account. We're creating an account live, okay? It's going to... Have you played any of these games on your console, mobile, or PC? Fall Guys, Fortnite, and Rocket League. Sure. You can make a div version with the Fortnite Minecraft. Wait, is the Minecraft skin... sign in another way. Create an account. Oh, I should hit the no button. Enter my date of birth. What day is it today? It's August. August 24th. August 24th, and we'll go 1899. And then people will be like, enter your real date of birth. Screw you. Screw you. How dare you do that? How dare they say that to me? Really? To me? 1999. If they say enter your real date of birth again, I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh, they want me to do so many. Creating an account live is very interesting stuff to do. Create a password. The password is going to be password, by the way. Choose my own password, bro. Oh, display name, worldwide J. Oh gosh. Lego Space Marine, this is so peak. We're doing something that I've never done live before. Sherlock Spiner's not available on Epic Games? Who's done this to me? What? What? There's a Sherlock Spiner account on Epic Games. What? Who stole my name? This is outrageous. This is terrible. Oh, now we're checking an email. Yeah, so here's how live this is, okay? Here's how live this is. I'm doing we're finding we're doing the entire process live. So me making an account just to download an STL file, we're doing live, which hopefully is unique enough, or it's just boring as all heck. But you know what? It's worth an honest shot, isn't it? Oh, we gotta go into the emails real quick. Everyone hold on. Everyone stand by. Email verification. Oh my gosh, thank you. Yep, we found it. We found it. It is. Almost said it out loud. I usually say it out loud to myself because I'm a bit of a dunce. There we go. That should work. Name yourself Frank Honey. Dang it, I should have done that. I didn't do it. That's crazy. Choose a username. Okay, I can choose a username for Sketchfab. I'm doing Frank Honey. Just so you know, I've done Frank Honey. I agreed to the terms of service. They are definitely going to nuke me. Is what's going to happen. To make an account live is a different form. Oh my gosh. And then they put me... Okay, so now I'm here. Now we made it. Okay. Nope, that's wrong. Go here. There we go. Hey, we made it. We're so back. We're back. So, search 3D models. Frank Honey. Someone made a Honeycrisp apple, dude. What? Okay, so there's Frank Honey. We can go download 3D model. Finally, my goodness, we actually did it. Sorry, let me go to... I just don't know. Credit the creator. Okay, hold on. Whoa. Object. USD. Streaming chat. I'll be there in just a second. Converted format. Texture size. Oh, I don't know what they want from me. I'll do the original format. Oh, we downloaded it. Success. Lamau. Okay, you want me to check the streaming chat? I'll check the streaming chat real quick. Hold on. Let's see what's going on. Jump to present. Okay, so you can customize the stupid ass Minecraft skin, and people made a dick out of it. Wow. Sherlock, just add YT to Sherlock Spiner. I don't know if I could make... I couldn't add YT. I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it, and that's a me thing. I'll admit that. Okay, Frank Honey. We have Frank Honey in downloads. Let me move him over to the STL file. Whatever. Don't mind my face cam. I will accidentally talk whatever. Now, hold on. Let me go to downloads. Okay, I want to say, didn't I have a 3D... I had a 3D files area? I thought? Maybe? No, I didn't? Well, it's fine. Nobody panic. I got this all under control. we're gonna create a new folder in here, okay? So let me just go new folder, files. Actually, we'll do technically files is in the name. I just did something before files just so when if people ever do see it, they think I am actually a psychopath. And then I can now take Frank Honey and we can put Frank Honey into my STL file folder. Perfect. Okay, we're going good. We're doing fine. And now, let me, because I can probably go to the monitor now. We can kind of see what's happening. This is Frank Honey up here. You can't really see him, but I mean, hold on. If we do, because you have to hit the gym early. Fair enough. Hello, how are you, Pandem Games? I'm doing good. How are you, sir? Welcome, welcome. Frank Honey. We're looking through sources, right? Okay, Frank Honey. Okay, compressed zip folder. Let me unzip it. Actually, hold on. This should be Frank Honey, hopefully, and not a virus. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, we have Frank Honey in a 3D file format. There's a little poly. There's some squares on his round head, but that's fine. But the good news is, this is going to be so easy to put into a thumb drive, take it over to my other computer, slice this, and then print this. It will be very easy to do so. Okay, we did it. We just did that, dude. Okay, we have secured objective Frank Honey. It does not get any better than that, to be honest. No. Oh, Steam is giving me a warning, blah, 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 blah. So we found that. That's good, okay? Now, another question I have for Frank Honey is this is the interesting prospect. How are we going to paint his face? Now, I could just take the face and put it onto a transfer sheet, or I could try to freehand it. I think I'll try to freehand it. It's a Lego face. It's fairly simple, right? Wait. Uh-oh, Cnisty, what? What happened, Cnisty? Yeah, because then, yeah, we can also try different expressions, should we so desire, okay? Perhaps, if, oh my goodness gracious, for the love of go up. There we go. So we found that. That's good. That's good. We have a head. The next thing to do would be to grab arms, okay? Do hands and stuff like that. And if we take a look at the actual Terminator, okay, he has his gun, his like double bolt, his double mini bolter or whatever, and he has his sword. I definitely have a Lego sword, and I definitely have a Lego gun. I think I might even have... Address it? Address what? Uh-oh, what am I addressing? Oh. Oh, did you notice? What'd you notice? Be frank with me. Be Frank Honey with me. Epic reference for sure. Okay. Now so we have that. That's good. That's good. We just found this, and I don't have Chitu Box on hand. The hair looks decent enough. How do I... Oh, that's how you go up. Storm bolted. Oh, yes. The folder Y. I'm going to be honest, I didn't think anyone would see that, and I was going to change it later. Trust me, for sure. Now, forget, is there a way to edit? I haven't used this 3D software in forever. Oh, dear goodness gracious. Okay, there's a lot of stuff happening here, dude. 2 attacks, rapid fire 2. Thank you. That is perfect. Wait, so you're telling me that ain't just a... We're inside the mind of Frank Honey. Whoa. What even is that, dude? I don't know what that... Okay, I'll lock in now. I'll lock in. Okay, what I'm gonna do next now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna skedaddle for just a second. They're some of your favorite models. Fair enough. I love Terminators too. I'm gonna get Joe Cardboard back in here, but I am gonna grab the minifigure, my minifigure container, and we're just gonna start kit bashing, and we're gonna put some Lego hands onto the Terminator, is what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna have to grab the Lego figure thing real quick. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay? We're doing it live, and then I'll see if there's any guns that I have on hand there. The Lego has been unsorted for years. I sorted it back when I was 12, which means it's not sorted, but we'll see. I'll be back in lickety-split. First things first, we're gonna get an on-screen appearance, okay, from Joe Cardboard. Isn't it wonderful? Now, don't move. I'll be back in a hair. Okay, we're still back. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We did it. That was hopefully quicker than it felt. Now, ooh, that's another question I have. No, we got to keep it. We're gonna keep it strictly Frank Honey. Okay, because then I'm like, ooh, I have a Lego cape in here. We could add a Lego cape. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay. So just real quick, here's the broad scope of all the old stuff, okay? Here's just the random tote. There are a billion more minifigures. This is just all I have on hand. We have, oh my god, there's Lego Emmett. The piece of resistance might be in here. We're going to see what happens. But for now, I need, okay, this is perfect. I remember getting this from Legoland. We'll sacrifice this dude's hands because I have like 50,000 of these torsos, okay? I can do a quick gander just to see if there's any other shenanigans that we have going on in here that would pertain to Frank Honey. And honestly, that torso might also be good to cannibalize for the base. Because I remember vividly those torsos are a dime a dozen as far as bases go. So I think that'll be fine, okay? Now then. We have hands. Don't know if there's any weapons in here. I have to look at the bottom just to kind of see if there are any guns. I don't think... Yeah, there are not. But there are... Oh, you know what there are, actually? There are Lego hands at the bottom here, so I will. I'm going to have to scoop all the way down because there are some kind of already pre-dead Lego hands in here. Sorry, we're doing... There's one. Hold on, let me grab a second one, which is right here. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, for Christ's sakes, come on. There we go. Perfect. Now, we have... Okay, I just dropped that. We're back. Now we have two Lego hands. Okay? And Lego hands... Lego hands are going to go on here. Also, look at that. They are just... Luciento Marine after that? Maybe so. Wait, okay, the Lego hand almost wants to hold the sword. Do we have him holding a Lego sword, or do we just have him still holding the actual Warhammer sword? Either way, what I'm going to do now, we're going to cut this dude's hand off, okay? So say goodbye. Get ready, because the Frank Honey Marine is real, and it's coming to a theaters near you, okay? Let me zoom all the way in so we can really get the carnage of this frickin' of this kit bash. Warhammer would be funny. That might be a funny thing to do one day. We'll see what happens. Now we go in, get that done and cut. Kind of slowly sawing it. Oh, that went fairly well. And now part of, he has like a little guard above his hand. I don't know if you can kind of see that there. Almost cut that off. If I can leave that, I would. Oh my gosh, that just went well. Look at that. We kept that whole thing there. Perfect, dude. Nice. Nice work. And, let's see. I think we want to keep the Lego hands able to rotate. So I'm going to drill this out, okay? I'm gonna drill it. I'm gonna see if we have a drill that is about the size of the Lego hand. Let's see. This is my drill bits from like Home Depot. Let's see that. Okay. 3/32, slightly big. 5/64, slightly small. I will go with the 3/32, okay? Pop this sucker into the drill right quick, and then without further ado, well, actually, okay, first things first, we have to now just find a nice center point, which I think we created right there, just nice and swiftly. Also, I use a screwdriver that you can like rotate so it like doesn't move at all. Like if you're screwing, then there's another way so it like when it goes clockwise, it's free, but then you actually have to manually rotate it so you can get stuff like that. But you can change the direction. So I like to use that and use my fingers here to kind of act as the actual drill. And so once I get kind of pushed into place, I can just go about my day using my fingers, which has been very useful in the past. And so I am going to now we just drill, okay? Now this is an interesting turn of events. I'm going to be honest. Didn't know what was going to happen. I think this is fun, though. I like the idea of doing of an army of just random side quests that we went on stream. I think that's peak. I don't know about you, but I like that idea. And let's do a test. Okay. So it's just a bit bigger than the hand, but that will be fairly easy to kind of make work in my professional, Lego Warhammer conversion opinion. I've done this, never before, but everywhere you go, there you are. Okay. We're just gonna drill this sucker out, and I'm gonna do a decent bit, and then I'll actually cut up the actual hand real quick. Beautiful. Okay, that's good. And then I'll take the hobby knife and slice the hand. Now hear me out. Okay. Fair enough. All right, we actually broke a Lego piece. Now I think that's like a sin to do, and I think Lego people will like crucify me, but I don't know. We're gonna find out together. Hulk Brutalis Dreadnought. We'll see. I see what you're stepping in though. I smell what you're stepping in. Let me cut that guy again. Okay, now let's see. Let's take a look. Okay. Also, geez, the Lego pieces they do not cut like Warhammer plastic. Who would have thought? I could have sworn this was designed for kit bashing and stuff. I guess not. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Now we have a Lego hand in the Warhammer figure. Now is that? I think that's the exact amount of wrist. Is that a good amount of wrist? Is it too much? Do we want like not as much? Actually, if we go. Actually, oh, that's just the actual wrist barrier. They have patented plastic. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Actually, that's a perfect amount of wrist. That's where we want to be. That's where it would stop on the actual model as well. So, we have that. Already, the Lego hands is kind of a vibe. I kind of like how that works. That is hilarious. Now, we have a very nice sword here, dude. Okay? Now, do we want to keep this sword? Give him a Lego sword? I don't know if I have any Lego swords on hand in the actual box. I would have to do a ton more digging off screen. So I think for now what we'll do is I think we'll roll with the sword, okay? And now I kind of want it to be, in case we ever do official Lego hand stuff. Oh, that's funny. Okay. I know how this will work. The hand will give us the thickness we need. So what I will do is I will simply shave down the hand and then try to just sort of make it almost like a little bit of a curve that kind of snaps into the hand socket. So we're going to just sort of basically do some whittling on the plastic, essentially, to sort of try and make something that will fit inside of the hand, okay? And I'll do constant dry fits, and I'll just do it on an actual Lego torso just to see what happens. And just like that, we have a... Oh, I think that almost worked. Hold on. Okay, still a little... Oh, wait. Okay, still a little big. Okay, what we need to do is we need to shave the top area here down a little bit. And then we'll be good to go. Ah, yes, also the thumb probably needs to come down a bit. Let's try that. I wonder if plastic glue will work on this. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, I kind of want to see what will happen. Boom, just like that. We can also so just mirrors the Warhammer sword actually kind of in scale for Lego. I feel like that could work as just a normal Lego sword. That's kind of funny. And then we can't rotate it. We can kind of rotate it, but I want to make it so we can rotate it even better. So boom. We're going to do it. And we will be happy. Okay. Now that's looking good. Now let's try it again. We're keeping the proportions at a decent size. Ooh, nice. Okay, perfect. So that fits in there. So this is good because I think for now we have a reference point, okay? For now we have a reference point. Later we might change it with an actual Lego sword. Although I think, actually what I'm thinking, here's my thought process, okay? I think having the Warhammer sword would look good, because that's Warhammer, but the gun we can change out for let me find the image real quick, for the actual chain launcher this dude has. Or the grappling hook, sorry, chain launcher is from Peak. There. So I'll get a weapon like that. I know I have a grappling hook. I forget where. I'll find it, though. So we can have mold in that, and then having the Warhammer sword in the other hand. I think that'll look good. Okay? I see potential with that. Also, yeah, this is kind of working out. Like, I feel like, look at that. I feel like a Lego hand just could work as like a Warhammer. Like if you painted this as like a bionic hand or something like that, some add-on, some cyborg type stuff, I feel like that might work. Which is kind of funny. And interesting. Now, we kind of have that sorted. Let's try to carefully cut off this storm bolter. Okay? Now, first things first I'm gonna do, you can kind of see the back of the bolter is molded into the arm right here. So what I will do is just try and angle that out of there, which I think we did. Yes, we did that successfully. Wonderful. Now, to cut it out, carve it out somewhat violently, set it down, and then just kind of push firm and run the blade through it slowly. You know, as one does, okay? And now I can try again to salvage. Don't slip on a knife. That stuff is sharp, dude. Okay, and then I broke the rest off. So now we got the Stormbolter hand. Useful. We can clean up this bit of shenanigans here. Got to be a little more careful just because there is a little knob here is the way to go. The non-monopose kit is way better than the push fits. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's a little push fits are a bit of a challenge to work with, but it was what came with the combat patrol. I was worried that the standalone kit was also push fit, but I've recently learned that it's not. So I'm a lot happier at that notion. But you know, I have these guys, so we might as well paint them, and we're making some progress. Now I'll do a similar sort of cut here, aiming for the center, and missing the center, so we will carve out towards the top a little bit. You have 5 of both, and like my kit one's way more. Fair enough. Are they a little more, I'm not sure how, I'm not quite sure how I haven't seen the kit, but is it something a little more, rather than sort of push fit shenanigans like this, it's more attaching? Is there more range for being dynamic with the arms? Well, the arms here were fairly dynamic as well if you cut off points. What about the legs? Are the legs solid? I'm not sure. I'm just not sure how that kit works. But yeah, push fit's always been a little challenging for me personally. Oh my gosh, and then you drop it and it actually blows up. That's kind of funny. Thankfully, way more. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Legs are oh, they're solid. Fair enough. That's not too. That's something I could live with for the most part. Oh, then the other question I would have is the torso. Does the torso move around, or is it something? Is it similar to this, how the legs are, or do you have like the legs and then the torso separate, so you can like move the torso on the legs? Because I'm fine with legs being mono pose if torsos, to use this Lego piece, if the torsos are separate, so you can change, because you can do so much dynamic some and some. Fair enough. Just because you can change the poses so much with a little bit of just turning the torso on, and it can be a very quick way to just get so many varieties of poses. That's why I like the War Games Atlantic Bulldogs kit so much. Just because, I mean, that's what they did. The torso and legs are separate, and yet they glue on. You can turn them any way. And even though there's only 6 different types of legs, I've made hundreds of different posed soldiers. That's yeah. I love that kit so much for that reason specifically. Now let's see where. Okay, that hand fits in decently. Also, oh no, I did actually lose a Lego hand. We're losing Lego pieces. Oh, and it's conveniently the one that I cut. Of course. Of course it is. Where the heck is this guy? This is the hand we have. Well, I guess we'll have to cannibalize another hand, but you know what? Who cares? It's a sacrifice. And if I find it later, we'll just add that to the diorama. Now, actually, here, a little fun fact about cutting Lego hands, okay? There's a little ring. I don't know if you can see that ring sort of right at the edge of my fingernail there. I believe that's kind of what locks it into place with the Lego torso, but that's also the perfect reference point for snapping this guy off. Are you really the only person here? You might be. We'll see. I don't know how popular a... Oh, yes. Yes, you are. That is kind of funny. But you know, it happens every now and again. We're having more fun, though. Let's... Hold on. Wait, are these the correct arms? Yes. Okay, so now the Lego hand goes in there. That fits a little more snugly and firmly. That's good. That's fun. And then I'll actually... We're going to take out the Lego hand on this dude, and we're going to do something similar with this whole situation there. And now we have Lego hands on a Space Marine. This is what, this is what we accomplish. Slowly but surely as we go. Everywhere you go, there you are. I'm just checking because I know. Okay. You have the same snips? Yeah, I bought, I think, like, a pack of 10 of these on Amazon for, like, an absurdly cheap price or something like that. So this is just what I use for... Usually if I'm clearing sprues or cutting big pieces or cutting, like, popsicle sticks, that's what I tend to use. I have some slightly finer snips. They're still an Amazon Basics package, but they're just not as bulky, if that makes sense. So now we have... Now, it kind of just looks... The pose kind of looks a little funny with the hands. I kind of like it, though. It's got its own unique... The hands look good. I'm not sure how. That's a perfect way to describe it, okay? I think that's the way to go about it. And just for the fun of it, I will put the I'll put the head on there. Yeah, so we'll definitely. Oh my god. Okay. No, that is funny. Okay. Head's definitely big. It's definitely going to be worth it just to do the head is going to be max goofy. It is. It is going to be something else. I think yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to I know they make but no, we need a Frank Honey specific head which someone made a 3D model of, so it will be fine. Also, just as a proof of concept, I think I'm going to shave down this hand on the bolter again, just for a point of reference. I think at some point I'll get an actual grappling hook piece that we'll get so we can, because I think it would be fun to. I'm gonna keep it all detachable so we can have some interchangeable Lego weapons, which I think would be funny. I think that'd be funny stuff to do as we go about the entire business. And then okay, we got to do a little more shaving down on this feller here. But fair enough. That's not too bad. Now, little shaving on this hand side, sort of rounding that out like it's gonna like we're slicing a frickin' cake. I don't know. Now we can use our reference hand here to see. Still too thick. Let's see exactly where it is still too thick. Okay, we need to shave down. Okay, we just need to shave down the front top of the hand over here a decent bit. And so I will begin to sort of just slice that sucker down, and it will be more than fine. Like so. Wonderful. Test it again. There, now that actually sort of fits in now. The top just wants to sort of rip itself off, so I'll make this top small, so hopefully it locks on itself. You use a sanding twig to make it fit a bit better. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know if I have any sanding twigs on hand. Funny enough, I probably should have one. It's actually a very useful tool from what I've seen. Although actually, hold on. I might have something also. Wait, let me take another gander just at what exactly we have working for us. Okay, so this doesn't fit as smoothly as the sword, but I mean it's fine. It's more so a proof of concept. Now, also, what I will do real quick is I'll take some blue tack right here. I'm gonna grab that, and now just real quick, kind of tack it all together very, very roughly, just so we can get an idea of what's happening. The sword probably doesn't need it that much because the sword is kind of surprising how nicely that this guy fits. Okay. So far, go to the store for 20 minutes and this awesomeness happens. Look, it's definitely an interesting. We're doing something. Oh dear, yeah. Push fit is pissing me off. I might just glue this. We probably can paint it separately anyways. Also, I like how the hand came out before the actual bolter did. Okay, now the bolter is being held out a little wide. It's just the fire ants on stream. Look, dude, it's an exclusive. Look at us frickin' go, okay? We're the niche Lego Space Marine community. What can we say? What can we say? We happy few. Now let me just double check once more. Yeah, this varies on the wide side. So to get it more on the inside, we just need to do a little more shaving right here. Okay, and that's simply done by going sort of up and really trying not to cut yourself, but you know, I'm doing the best I can. There we go. Beautiful. Now let's see that. Okay. Now that right there, he holds it a lot more straight in his arm there. Now, how does he hold it when we look at it here? Also, maybe probably re-up on our blue tack. There it is. Found it. Eventually got it. Micah's moving. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. That's quite an event in it, depending on where you're going. Also, okay, the bolter's looking a lot better there, or the storm bolter, I mean. That's good. I am also the push fit. I don't need it to be sub-assembled, so I'm gonna glue the sucker because it's making me mad. It'll be fine. Hold on, wait. Let me double check over there. Eggs, cancel, exit. Okay, there we go. Wonderful, wonderful. All moved in. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I hope it was a smooth experience. Oh, that's funny. I have blue tech there as well. Well, everywhere you go, there you are. Okay, now we're actually busting out the Tamiya extra thin cement, so we get to have some fun. We finally get to snort the Tamiya extra thin cement fumes after years. It's perfect. Okay. There we have potential, to say the least, okay? This is going to be an interesting concept. After the stream, what I'll do is I'll transfer the file to my computer that has the 3D printing software. Find that. Print the head. You spilled a bunch and got so lightheaded. Yeah, I accidentally spilled mine on a this was back when I was building models in my room. I spilled some on my massive, like, desk-wide mouse pad. That was an experience. I had to put it out to air dry, and then I brought it in. I'm like, it is not, that did not work. That, it was ruined, but I said, you know what? I'll just wait. And it eventually worked out, I think. Unless I am dead. Unless I just, the smell is there forever. It kind of is. It's kind of a mystery how the heck that happens. Now, Lego figures, they're fairly simple in their design. Ooh. But now this is more so a painting question of how we're going to do this eventually, and we'll eventually figure this whole freaking whole thing out, okay? But when I go to take a gander at Frank Honey, and when you sort of look at minifigures in general, okay? So let me go back to painting. So let's take a look at, so these pants, the pants here, these are the correct parts, okay? But what Lego, oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, the pants weren't coming off. Now, notice that? Do you see that shimmer? These are glossy, okay? These things are glossed up because it's plastic, okay? So, I'm wondering, when we go to paint this, because at first I was thinking, oh, we'll do black armor and we'll highlight it and do stuff like that, but I'm almost wondering if we just sort of almost just paint him a glossy black. Maybe add some satin, something so there's a little shine to it. Yeah, gloss varnish. I'm thinking something like that. I do have plenty of each. So I think it'll work out. I think we should be able to do that fairly straightforward, and I think it'll look fine. There's enough other details on the Space Marine. Also, I haven't painted anything and finished it off with a gloss varnish before. So it would kind of be fun to do that and just sort of see what happens. The other thing is I'm going to find more references real quick. Okay, so let me sort of clear. We got a lot of plastic bits happening here, which will be useful for something at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, I think gloss varnish will be the way to go. But if we go back to the monitor, I want to take a look, because I do also like to use reference images of official 40K stuff. So I'm gonna just look up Warhammer Terminators, okay? But this will be black armor. What? I know there's Black Templar. Are there other black armored Space Marines? Black armor, Space Marine chapters. I know there's Black Templars. Okay, then there's Raven Guard. Okay, fair enough. Then I will look up Terminators, and then I'll look up Black Templars. Iron Hands, fair enough. Raven Guard. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm going to take a quick gander at the Warhammer 40k wiki just to see the Black Templars. These are the, you know, they're the thing. They're like the main, they're what I immediately think of when I think black armor. And so, okay, that's interesting. Also, I hit the fandom. No. We need a Terminator. Have they painted the official Terminator? What the heck are you? Space Marine Chosen, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so here's an actual Black Templar Terminator squad from Joy Toy. I like to use these guys sort of as a reference to how I paint extraneous details and stuff. Okay, funny enough, they do have some gold attributes, sort of like what we're going to be doing on Frank Honey. They're the uber racist. Oh, yeah, I remember now. So, let me look at what... Okay, so we have a similar sort of situation going on with our guys, being that these are what those guys are based off of. So I can take some of what happened here and just apply that to extraneous details. For example, the Aquillas, they're going to be... I'm not going to do the Aquillas gold. I think what would look very funny and good as Frank Honey would be sort of white wings on the Aquila, okay? So making these wings white, and then making the skull a very dark blue, just like Frank Honey's suit, like his tie here. I think that would be funny. We'll see, though, once we get there. But I think there's potential. And then extraneous details, like if we look at what else he's got. He's just got buttons. They're all gold. That's what's happening over there, okay? And I think that's fairly straightforward to sort of, you know, we'll paint like gold for his buckle, for his little blessing or whatever he has going on there. Maybe some gold going on here. That kind of resembles a police officer, I think. Some gold attributes and stuff like that. Oh, hold on. Sorry. What might be funny, I'm going to do this. Or I might not. Hold on. Depending. I was thinking, what if I shave this piece off here, and actually put the Crux Terminatus. Thank you. What if I put the Crux Terminatus on his Aquila? Like the badge. Put it sort of like right underneath, like just right there. So then that almost looks like the badge he wears. Unless I have a spare one of those hanging around, that might be funny to do. To, like, resemble his badge. You know what? I think... Oh, that's just a purity seal? Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. It's all coming together slowly but surely. And then I'm also wondering, okay. Now, do we kind of go with the simplified Lego inspiration on him? Do we sort of do something like that? And do I... Oh, is the big thing on his knee and shoulder. Oh, fair enough. My apologies. Fair enough. But do I shave that stuff off, make it uber smooth to kind of fit the Lego aesthetic that we have going on, just to make everything uber smooth? I think it might be fun to keep it on there. Maybe on the shoulder. Although, yeah, I think maybe just having very smooth... I think maybe having it smooth on at least... That's the wrong button, sorry. Maybe having it on at least the knees. I kind of want them to be perfectly smooth. I want to sort of encapsulate the simplicity of a Lego figure. You know what I mean? So I think the next thing we'll do is we'll shave it off, and we'll just try to make it... Well, we're just going to try to make this thing as smooth as humanly possible is honestly what I'm going to try to do. So with that being said, let's go. And then, yeah, maybe do it for the shoulder as well. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, I'll shave it off. And also, yeah, so also, if we're keeping in that, this purity seal here, the paper, the parchment, is molded into the knee here, but this piece is not. So I will go in, and I think I am just going to sort of slice, or actually, I'll take the spruce snipper so we can get sort of a more precise cut going on, okay? and just hit that. Whoa, okay. And he just broke off his actual piece. Thankfully, it landed in a grabbable spot. There we go. Ha ha ha. I like the idea of a tie made out of that. Ooh. Ooh, that. Ooh, I see what you like having a purity seal as a tie, sort of thing. Is that what you're saying? Something like that. That might not be a bad idea at all, actually. Is that what you? Yeah, is that what you're referencing? Sort of using parchment and stuff to make it sort of like a tie, perhaps. Ooh, I see what you're saying. Let me take a look at my spare accessories box here. Where is that? Those are arms. Hold on. I have it somewhere. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay, these are like all of my extraneous accessories all thrown into one big area here. I don't know if I have any. Wait. Okay, so that's not expressly a purity seal, although, or yeah, there's no wax top, but that is paper. Okay, fair enough. I'll keep that out for now. I'm also going to just dig in. I'm going to put away, we don't need the drill anymore, so I'm going to put that away for now. And then I'm going to pull out some tweezers right quick. And that way we can kind of sort and we can all take a gander together and see if we can't find anything here. Okay, it's the, everyone has gone through this at least once where next thing you know, you're sorting for who knows how long for a specific piece, but you kind of got to comb through like you're looking for a needle in a haystack sort of vibe. And this is a small purity seal, so it would probably be near the bottom. So if we just kind of dig around. The other thing is, I'm already... Looks great. Then use the head of the thing that came off the Terminator as the knot. Oh, I think yes. I think that, yes, hold on, wait. Oh my god, yeah, that might be a great idea. Hold on, let's see. So if we take, for example, I will use, oh, that is funny. I closed the tweezers using a gas mask bit. That is kind of funny. I just thought I'd note that. So we have something sort of like this. Also, that kind of curves onto the skull very nicely. Oh my god, dude, I think you might be onto something. Okay, so we have that on there, and now is this... I'm gonna have to do... We're double dipping with the tweezers, so hold on. we're going places now. Now, if we take some of this, okay? Hold on, we take a little bit. Take a gander, okay? And then if we rest that on there... Ooh, yes, I think that's good. I think that's decent. I think we can work with that. Ooh, and what I'll also do, hold on, is to get a more tie aesthetic, perhaps I am going to cut, because the ties go at an angle. I don't know. I've never worn a tie in my life. I'm very unprofessional. Oh my goodness gracious. Like I care. Let me look up a tie. Suit. I forgot the S. Suit. Not sweet, you dumbass. Suit and tie. I didn't know Hugh Jackman sung about that. I just want an actual tie, good sir. The tie actually just goes down into a flat... I thought the tie did like a little... Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. It goes at like an angle like that, okay? So I'm going to create this angle as well. I'll snip it off and sort of create that diamond-looking shenanigan happening there, okay? Yeah, okay. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Jesus Christ, look at the size of that dude's eyes. What? Please tell me that's AI, because goddamn. You have returned, Lord Commissar. Welcome back, Feather and Feywild. I hope you had a successful mission. I hope it all went well. We are deep in thought. We are all pondering, okay? We're all pondering stuff. And we're making progress. It is happening. Now, Now their tie, this sort of... Okay, you know what I'm going to do? You made a burrito bowl? Heck yeah, dude. Now I'm going to try to cut a tie angle. First, what I'll do is I'll try to mark center. Okay, that's fairly center there. Cut that. Might have done a little... That might be a little steep of an angle. Hold on. We'll ultimately see. Yes, that might have... that was a little steep of an angle. Or, although, hold on. Let me... I mean... That's not terrible. All the other ties I'm seeing, none quite have like that very that it's a little less harsh than this. Although that's not particularly bad. Let me try to get just a little more kind of keep here, but what Dapper Lad is the tie for? It's for the man, the myth, the legend himself, Frank Honey. We're making a Frank Honey Space Marine. And Fire Ant had a bloody brilliant idea for the tie. Oh my gosh, the corner is way off. Hold on. I keep getting the angle wrong. We're slowly... Okay, actually, that's fine. That's fine enough. Honestly, with the creases and wrinkles, it will be A-okay. So, if we were to put that there... Yes, that gives more tie vibes. And you know what? I kind of vibe with the more harsh line. If I may be so bold, chat, I vibe with that more. There. Now it's good. Now it's perfect. Okay, now I'm at a spot where I can go, yes. Neat. And let me actually now, I'm gonna glue our little pendant or our little knot improvisation onto it. Like so. And then when that sticks a little bit, grab some sprue goo and sort of bolster it up a little bit. And see what we can't yet get done there on that front. There we go. Okay, so now that's decent. We have the tie. And I think that's good. Now, if we take it to our Terminator, we kind of... Hold on, that's at a bit of an angle. There we go. This can get... There, that gets some... No, that's not good reach. Hold on. There we go. That'll be the best of reach. And then we put it on something like that. I like that. I think that's good. I think we're gaming on that front there. And then to kind of make that go on nice, I'm going to sort of clip the skull on the Aquila and just shave that flat. Take some sprue goo, some thick Tamiya extra thin cement. Do you want to keep the Aquila? It's gone. It is dead. Although I think I'll keep... Oh, ooh, wait, hold on. Just if I take a look at Frank Honey. There's not a lot of white showing. Okay, actually, here's the plan. Here's the idea. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay? I like the tie out, like business is booming sort of shenanigans, okay? If we take a look at Frank Honey, this is just a 3D model. The wings are still there. Exactly. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, when you look at the wings, okay? Take a look at the wings. We have sort of like two layers. Does that make sense? We have this like sort of... We have the long feathers and the short feathers. Okay, I'm thinking of somehow making this look similar to... Imagine, if you would, the tie is the skull, the white shirt are the short feathers, and then his collar, the collar of his shirt, are the long feathers. So what I'm imagining is we'll somehow find a way to paint it up sort of similar. Maybe using some sort of lighter grays and really scratching up the long feathers, adding a couple dots of gold to kind of act as the cuffs. I think that could work. And then the small feathers will do a white. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's sort of what I'm pondering. Okay? And we'll see how that looks. But for now, let me put this guy on here. Let's see how that kind of... How that so happens. Okay. Now the angle is just weird. on it. So we need it to look a little more down. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do some... I'm going to soften the plastic with Tamiya extra thin cement, and this will allow us to hopefully eventually bend it, hopefully, without the use of a heat gun or something, because I don't have a lighter on hand, and the heat gun's not plugged in as of now. Probably for the best. So I'll take, like, some tweezers here, turn that into our... Actually, hold on, I have better tweezers for this. I thought I had better tweezers. Oh, there they are. Now, sort of just kind of pinch that with some tweezers there and just sort of bend this sucker out a little bit. And now the actual main thing that needs bending is the tip top here. So let me rebend that and see if we can't. This is going to be a bit of a surgery, okay? But I think we can do it. Also, to get an even better angle, I'm just going to use the inside of the tweezers here to kind of clamp down on our Aquila. We can always move the Aquila back and then just shift it all up like that. And the Aquila, or our little pendant, or our knot, kind of fit, or kind of went nicely. There, now we can get him on there a lot better. And I'm going to shave down this so we get better contact on the actual Aquila that we have going on as of now. Okay? And then I'm going to shave the actual Aquila down. Just because even though we just flattened it out, still a little much. So I'll kind of just scoop it off there real quick and call that good. Now, if I go to double check how this whole thing looks, and that kind of sticks, it looks a lot better already. If I can get it to kind of stick. There we go. Okay. There, I like that. I like that. I think that's good. I think we can work with that fairly well. Oh my gosh, and then I kind of just squished it all down. Perfect. Maybe move the tie a little bit, sort of like he's moving that way as he goes along. That went surprisingly well. That was a great idea to have that as to have something like that as a tie, Fire Ant. That's some genius work. And it's looking good. I like how it's turning out so far. We have potential. And potential is good. I'm just going to try to I'm going to try to finesse it a little bit into place there. The pendant's trying to die on me, so don't. It's the every now and then, you kind of, oh. As I was about to talk, the thing just kind of works out. Perfect. Perfect. Although, do I want it flying out more? Nope, this is fine. And then it's resting on the actual buckle of his belt, so I am just going to add a little glue there just so we can secure that. So now we got 2 contact points. Now this thing is ultra frickin' secured. Oh, and I guess now actually we can continue shaving off the excess plastic here like we started to, but we went on a side quest that ultimately made the entire thing a whole lot better. I'm kind of stoked with how it's turning out so far. I'm going to just sort of clip, kind of clipping. I like how it keeps moving. Yeah, I'm thinking we're almost doing like we're doing some dynamic posing with Frank Honey for sure. Now I'm going to roughly cut all this, and then I'll eventually smooth it out with just carving a hobby blade, and then I might have some... Oh, I think I have some sanding sticks I see down there. Okay, we might be gaming, all right? Which would be very neat. You love this stream? Cool. I am too. It's it's not the usual stuff, but you know what? I'm kind of having fun with it, and it's fun to do something different every now and again, Now let's... Oh wow. Okay. They're not like a sandpaper stick, but it is actually a file. I forgot I had these. That's hilarious. Let me see how this looks as I kind of go about this whole filing business here, dude. That would be kind of funny if that sort of works out, and we're gonna see just what goes on there. Okay. Oh my God, that worked. Jeez. Sorry. When goblin mode over the sanding sticks. My God. But wow, the sanding. Okay, I have been missing out. I remember, but I bought these years ago. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is pretty dope. Now, to kind of smooth it all out even a little more, perhaps. Yay, sanding. For real. Smooth it out even more. I'm just going to take the sprue goo and just apply it all over the place just to really, hopefully, even it out as it goes along. And that would be cool. Go a little thicker there so it kind of eventually sort of levels out there. Boom, perfect. Well, that was kind of convenient. And that was, wow. That went surprisingly well. Sanding for the win. My goodness gracious. Now, let's, I mean, because that was so easy, we're gonna do this guy. We're gonna do this knee pad real quick. And sort of do some general clipping off of the details. Now, I kind of got to be a little more cognizant of our tie here. However, there's room to work, so it's not terrible. As long as we're not, you know, too silly in our movements. All will be fine. There's that. And here is this. Also, I'm going to, yeah, okay. Now I can take the hobby knife. Also, that was kind of funny. That was still drying and I touched it. And so now there's a little texture on the foot there. And so we got we're clumping up some sprue goo, so that's kind of funny. But thankfully it's fairly easy to just apply more, not be stupid, and then once that dries, take the sanding stick again and just do the whole process again real quick. Which is why sanding is the greatest thing ever. I'll try not to freaking touch that this time. Probably should have waited until both were done, but hey, I'm excited. So what are you gonna do, huh? Now the shaving is going fine. It's doing pretty pog now. Okay. Watch out for that leg. There we go. Now I got a better angle for what we're tackling here, all right? And so, yeah, I got to be trying to be a little on the careful and cautious side. Almost got the majority of things off now. Then we can get to the actual sanding, okay? And that'll sand us out for the day. And we will call it a good start to the next wacky project that we like to do around here. And it is perfect. Now we just do some fine sanding right quick. That's all looking good. Try to be a little careful there. There we go. Now I can kind of move around nice and evenly around everything and sort of hit everything nice and smoothly here. See what we can't do as far as that whole operation goes. This is kind of fun. Not gonna lie, sanding is low-key based. I kind of vibe with the sanding bit of the whole process. Imagine having money for 40K. I know, right? I just bought my first plastic kit in years. It was I think it's a blight hauler is what it is. Because someone wanted me to paint one and I was kind of inspired to paint it, but I have not purchased any Warhammer until that was just like yesterday or 2 days ago. For like the better part of a year. It's it's expensive. And it's getting more expensive. I heard rumors of price increases and stuff, and now Now I'm just huddled away, scared. All right. Sorry, let me... We have an Aquila here. Don't need this Aquila, so... You're about to get a Blight Hauler? Sick. It's a fun, nice model. It's not too expensive. Yeah, it was one of the members, Stretch, kind of sold me on it when he was discussing it, and I've been wanting, like, after doing all this Death Guard stuff, I'm really wanting to do I'm wanting to do a vehicle, except, you know, the vehicles can be big sometimes, but the Blight Hauler is a nice, digestible, not too much, not too pricey. It's doable. It's doable. And also, you know, small enough to kind of learn how I'm going to do, how my vehicles will look. All right. That's all sanded up. I'm going to put a glop of sprue goo on there. And then, with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for the beginning of a new chapter in the whole stream business we got going on, okay? Let me assemble what we have so far, cuz this is this got nuts very quickly. Start with the Rhino, fair. I'm thinking of getting a Rhino for a Guns and Warhammer episode 2 video coming up at some point. Rhino's very smooth. I think it'd be awesome for shotgun texture, but this is what we got so far. Now, so far, you might look at it and go, what on God's green earth is this, okay? But just you wait, because as we go along this little project, we are going to eventually be left with Frank Honey as a Terminator. As a Space Marine Terminator, he will join the ranks of the Gold Ship Terminator, and it's all around going to be a absolutely crazy... I really like the turn that my Space Marine army has taken, okay? Because, you know, I've tried painting Imperial Fists. The thing is, I love Imperial Fists. They're not that bad to paint. For some reason, I can't. I haven't worked up the will to frickin' get it done. I can do my Astra Militarum and my Death Guard, but the Space Marines, which is sad because I do love Imperial Fists, but I kind of... yeah. Some people are going to be some confusion about where this came from. Make sure to get credit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's going to be... The whole story of this entire thing is going to be it's going to be a story for the ages in of itself, okay? That is actually a great idea. As a final... Let me open up while I'm here, okay? Because you had the suggestion of the tie, okay? And we get a ton of good suggestions all the time. And what I want to start doing, I'm going to make a new sort of note folder real quick, just so I can keep track of stuff. I think that would be fun. Okay. It'll be folder and it'll be just community suggestions. That is way too long. It's just going to be community baller stuff. Community baller stuff. Yes, that makes... Have I painted any Imperial Fist? One. I've painted one. Oh. He's not here. He is not here as of now. He's in my room. But I have painted one Imperial Fist. There are other Imperial Fists that have been almost done. Like this guy. I've already started highlighting. This guy just needs some highlighting, some texture done on his leather, and maybe some edge highlighting, and a null oil wash on his bolt guns, and then obviously the base. And then he's done. But yeah, but he's close. At some point, it might be fun to finish these guys off, just so I can have a squad of Imperial Fists, because, I mean, I do love them. I love these guys very much. I love the color scheme. I think there's so much fun stuff you can do with these guys. I mean, this was me years ago. I don't know how the heck I did this. I kind of got the heavy metal eyes going a little bit. The sort of black and then the white dot and then the black pupil. It's kind of fun. Took me forever to learn that. Looks way better than anything I've done. Oh, fair enough. Thank you. I appreciate the thought. But yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It like it's okay. I can kind of start. As that proof of concept shows, I can paint them. Okay, it's just painting them is the interesting part. When I paint my miniatures, I like gore, and I like ultra grimdark. With the Imperial Fists, I wanted to be box art. I'm just more of a grimdark guy myself. However, some things don't need to be as grimdark because some things are perfect just the way they are. And that is why we have Frank Honey coming to theaters, coming to a Space Marine army near you. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. We went on a whole slew of adventures, so that was kind of fun. Depending on what parts I have for Frank Honey tomorrow, we might work on him some more. We might not. We might see. We might just be painting more Death Guard. We'll see what happens because there is still some projects I am going to try to churn through eventually. But until then, I've seen your stuff. Box art be damned. Fair. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Fire Ant, thanks for the suggestions. Thanks for hanging out. We had a freaking private stream going. That's kind of sick as all heck. That's fun. I'm looking forward to what we're doing. This is going to be a crazy inside joke for all the Sherlock Spiner viewers. But that's all I got for you today. Until I see you, I'll see you tomorrow. If everything works out, I'm sure it will. So until then, everybody, good day to you all.